Hello, I'm DerTebbers. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Havana, Cuba, and welcome aboard our Tu-114 NATO codename Cleat. That is a tall front landing gear. This is a very tall aircraft. You notice those contra-rotating props there? Yep, I wanted to show them to you, so I actually shut the aircraft down. Notice also the cabin and door. I opened it up. Look how tall it is. Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you now, there's a problem. When this aircraft first started showing up in the West, it would land at airports. For instance, it brought I can't remember what they're called, from the Soviet Union over to the United States, landed at Andrews Air Force Base, and didn't have any air stairs that were tall enough. Yeah, it happened when it landed at London as well. They didn't have tall enough air stairs. Tall aircraft. Alright, let's close those doors. Cool. Alright, we'll start her up as well. This is a turboprop powered long-range airliner. It was at the time the largest, fastest, and longest range aircraft. Did you not start? There we go. Continues to hold the official title of fastest propeller-driven aircraft. And you might be asking, wait, Der, how is that possible? Well, it's possible because shortly after this aircraft set the record, it was changed about the record. So the record was actually changed so that it was by weight class. And this aircraft officially is the fastest propeller-driven aircraft, and because of its weight class, it maintains that status. Due to its swept wings, which you can see, and the power plant design, is able to travel at speeds typical of modern jetliners. Yeah. This baby, she can book it. She's based on the Tu-95 strategic bomber and is powered by 4 Kuznetsov NK-12 engines with those big contra-rotating propellers on them. Now, if anybody's seen a Tu-95, you know that's a high-mounted aircraft. It's got a high wing mount. Well, they switched it to a low-mounted wing, giving it a higher stance, which caused the problem that we discussed earlier where, yeah, nobody had the air stairs. Okay, we got our engines going. It's almost up. Check the gauges inside here. Looks like it's almost up to... Okay, one prop is up. And second prop is stabilized. Now we just have to wait on that last gauge over there. I'm just looking right there. We're waiting on that gauge to stabilize up. Now this when you get this, the link is in the description, of course. You get 3 aircraft. All right, let's put some flap on this baby. Nice. A little bit more. How much flap do we actually have? If I give you a full flap, what are you going to do? It even has, it also has, notice the way that the wings droop off like that. It's pretty neat. It's, yeah, looks interesting. Okay, we got, all right, got some flap. All right, here we go. Parking brake off. Run those Kuznetsovs up. They have 14,800 shaft horsepower. Yeah. All right, so if you download this aircraft, you get 3 aircraft. You get this one, which has the 1950s cockpit in it. You've got a glass cockpit version, and you have the Tu-126, which is the AWACS version, the Russian AWACS. Look at her go. Let's get back inside. Where's our airspeed? Our land speed? Where's our speed? Just in general. Into the sky plane. No. How much runway do we have? Not much. This could get really bad. Where's our speed? Come on, aircraft. I feel like I'm like in a 747 and you're so high up. Come on, break ground. Oh, that front wheel's off the ground. Give her some more flap while we're booking the runway. There we go. We got her in the air. Let's get those wheels in. Look at them fold back and flip over. I can see those pods that they got back there. All right, let's get those flaps in. That is one big bird. The reason I showed you that stuff on the ground is I don't think I'm going to be able to get this aircraft back to land it very easily. Call it what you will. We're going down. No, I found my attitude indicator. We are indeed going up at a very slow rate. All right. We're not going to die today. This aircraft is able to reach the speed of 880 kilometers an hour, but cruising at only Mach 0.71 versus the cruise of the jetliners of the day, which was about Mach 0.83. It could carry up to 224 passengers, but more often in long-distance config, it had 170 passengers, sleeping berths, and a dining lounge. How about that? The first Tu-114 was shown to the West in 1958 at the Brussels World Exposition. It was then launched on flights to Havana, Cuba, but met a lot of U.S. pressure. They flew via Guinea on 10 July 1962. That lasted for 4 flights before the United States stepped in and said, "No, you cannot do that." And Guinea relented and told the Russians they had to go somewhere else. So the Russians went to Dakar, Senegal for 3 flights before the United States stepped in again. So the Russians went via Algiers and Algeria for 3 flights before the United States stepped in again. Finally, the Russians decided, well, heck with it. We're going to modify this thing. We're going to call it the Tu-114D. They reduced the seating capacity to 60, and added 15 extra fuel tanks. The aircraft then flew from Murmansk via an all-ocean routing. However, sometimes she couldn't make it on that fuel load. And the most common point at which she had to declare an emergency had her landing at, irony of ironies, the United States military base in Nassau, Bahamas, to refuel and continue on to Cuba. I sometimes wonder what in the heck was going on in the 60s. It's just like, really? But, you know, there you go. Crew of 5, capacity 120 to 220 passengers, except for the D model we just talked about. Max speed was 541 miles per hour, or 870 kilometers an hour at 8,000 meters. And her range was 5,244 nautical miles, that is 9,720 kilometers. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Shift 1. Great. It's all in Russian, which makes this perfect aircraft for me to not fly. 2. Right. That is radios and navigation. Yes. That is VOR and altitude. That's at least in English. Nice. There's the other side of the cockpit. Okay. Cool. That has something to do with the engines, based on the numbers 1 through 4 on there. Fire, maybe? There's GPS. Yay, GPS. Oh my. Let's say navigation. Here's a compass. Aha. Well, that doesn't help because it's in Russian. Ah. Well, there we go. It's all in Russian. But it's a pretty nice aircraft, is she not? It's amazing, these aircraft. I wish I could have flown in one, honestly. But you do get 3 of them, as I said, in this pack. You get this one. You get one with a glass cockpit, which probably would have been the better one for me to choose. And you get a Tu-126, which was the Russian AWACS version. The link to all of them is down below in the description, as always. I've been DerTebbers. I'm not about to try to land this airplane because it will kill me. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. And I also don't know where in the heck Havana went to. Oh my gosh. Did we fly that far that fast? Well, it is the world's fastest propeller aircraft. And we're going to die if we're not careful. Oh, she turns slow. Right. Yeah, we're not even going to try it. Try it yourself and let me know what you did and how well you performed on your first landing. Look, you can even look out there. Oh, that's where that one is. It's the engineer deck. Ah, and here's our other guy back here. So there's the 4 of them, plus one more. And I do know this much. There was often, there's the 4 guys who were actually flying it, and then there was a, I guess you call him a propaganda officer, or somebody who made sure that, things were done in the Russian way. Oh, we can peek back to the cabin. Hey, cabin, what's up? Okay, enough of this. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator X Plane Spotlight, the Tupolev Tu-114, NATO codename Cleat. It's a pretty impressive aircraft for your collection. Till next time, I'm going to try to find a runway. I think I may need to go to Miami to get enough runway. Cape Canaveral. We're going to Cape Canaveral. Bye!